The Hurry definitely black on 4 now as we saga of the outrageous events leading up to World War. Whoops, apocalypse.
Saudi Arabia, the revolt by fanatical Muslims which has toppled the country's royal family continues. This week, the new Revolutionary Council began a major purge of all pro-Western revisionists who have persistently failed to observe the strictures of Islamic law. Sheikh Wanjid el-Shadri, publicly flogged for miming to a Joe Cocker record during Ramadan. Yitchat Ben Faisal, former Minister for Oil, sentenced to death for entering a mosque on a unicycle and referring to the Prophet Muhammad as spats. And Surat el-Khalid, formally executed for keeping a photograph of Ernest Borgnine in his Quran, and later appearing on the streets of Mecca dressed as Aquaman. Because of the ever-increasing tensions in the Middle East, the United States has now placed its rapid deployment forces at nearby Diego Garcia on a full-condition blue alert.
The FB-111, a tactical bomber with the velocity capability of double the speed of sound. A new refinement to this aircraft's swing wing for Sakowski! Where do you think you're going?
Emergency belts are nuclear alert!
Sakowski, will you sit down? Stop being so jumpy! The crucial thing that we have to...
Been that word you said. It sounded like a bell ringing.
What, aircraft?
No, the other one.
Facility? Swing wing? Sakowski!
You must have heard it that time, sir!
Will you sit down?
It ain't my fault. It's the words. Swing wing. They sound too much like ding-a-ling.
Please! Now sit down, all of you! If you can't be trusted to sit tight, you know what I'm gonna have to do, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And what's that?
Screw our boots to the floor, sir.
Screw your boots to the floor. Now, I got the screwdriver, and I'm not afraid to use it if I have to. Now then, what kind of range we're talking...
All right, but him has already got his boots screwed to the floor.
What did you say, Sakowski?
Nothing, sir.
Pardon me, I thought you just said something.
No, sir.
Something about my boots being screwed to the floor.
No, sir.
Just watch your lips, Sonny. Now, in addition to the FB-111, we'll shortly be deploying the new streamlined Tornado, a model of which I have right here. As you can see, the fuselage... Sakowski, for the last time, will you just... Jesus God Almighty, that's it! Hey, get to it, you heroes! Get to it!
WBC Worldwide News, coast to coast, bringing you all the news. It's news. It's breakfast time from WBC Dateline News. I'm Jay Garrick. Good morning. The Coffee Time headlines. Now, Sheikh Rassim, younger brother of the late Shah of Iran, is to be deported from his home in southern France, where he's been living since the revolution which toppled his brother 7 years ago. The French government say the new Shah will be expelled next week for publicly engaging in anti-Iranian political activities, and they stress that the decision has nothing whatsoever to do with an attempt to butter up the arch mullah, who is currently deciding where to buy a new $500 billion nuclear reactor plant. But what's this? I'm being thrust a piece of emergency paper now containing an up-to-the-minute news flash. We've just heard of yet another false nuclear alert among NATO forces in the Middle East. For a full 3.5 seconds yesterday morning, it was believed the world was at war. Releasing details of the incident, a Pentagon spokesman said the alarm was triggered by a numerical overload of a Space Invaders machine in the pilot's mess room. However, there was no danger. Repeat, however, there was no danger of any escalation, and the alert never got beyond computer stage. And certainly no nuclear bombers whatsoever got halfway to Russia and then had to turn back again. And now the rest of the news.
Armageddon. No, it's not. Here's Albuquerque. Ah, that's it. Must be a misprint. The president will soon be on course for Albuquerque. Yeah, must be a primary there next month. Hello, yes.
Your national security advisor is here, sir.
Send him in.
Dark days are dawning, Mr. President. For sulphurous are the dread fires of damnation, into whose poles it bows we sink daily with our unrelenting sins and iniquities.
Morning, Deacon. I'm glad you're feeling more optimistic today.
If the Lord had meant us to be optimists, he would never have given us life assurance.
Sure.
Added to which, sir, the latest public opinion polls.
Oh, my God. This is a disaster. How am I ever going to get reelected with a popularity rating 10 points below Charles Manson?
Only by placing the nation's problems full square, Mr. President, and the gravest of those problems, as I don't need to tell you, and I will tell you, is the Middle East. This new government in Saudi Arabia is poison, sir, poison. There must be stopped.
This new defense minister they've appointed, he looks a real slippery son of a bitch.
He should be, sir. He's one of ours.
We planted a CIA agent on their Revolutionary Council. Did I authorize that?
It was God's will, sir.
I beg your pardon.
Within 2 days, he had discovered every one of their secret policy objectives, and before being ceremonially beheaded, he had managed to pass them on to his contact in a nearby peasant village. That contact I have here, waiting to give you the details in person.
Deacon, you surpass yourself.
In a mysterious way. One word of caution.
Yeah.
Back home, this man was a convicted criminal, a minor transgression, I gather, but he still bears the scars of his punishment.
Still a little touchy, huh?
Suffice to say, he never talks about it. Welcome to the free world, beggar! This is Mr. Johnny Cyclops, president of civilization.
Hi, beggar. How's that again? I beg your pardon. Oh, my God, you've had your tongue ripped out. Oh, that's terrible. I really, have a cigarette. Oh, well, thank you very much. That's very kind. Oh, my God! Now, listen. I understand that you have certain information about the Revolutionary Council's policy towards the United States. What is this? Oh, 5 words! 5 words. 4 words. 4 words. The second word, the first 2 words, yeah. Scissors, no. Dressmaking, no, tailoring.
Israeli interests.
No, what? Tongue, lick, oh, no, it wouldn't be that. Cut off. Cut off, what? Cut off. Third word is a little bitty word. Us, we, our.
Cut off our.
Cut off our what? Cut off our ear. Cut off our load.
Sounds like, sir.
Oh, sounds like. Cut off our sounds like. Yep. Scabs. Impetigo. Acne. Pimples.
Blackheads.
Boil. Yeah, right. Sounds like. Cut off our sounds like boil. Coil. Soil. Oil. Yeah. I got it. You see, I got it. They're going to cut off our oil.
WBC Worldwide News, coast to coast, bringing you all the news. It's news this Monday brunch time from WBC Dateline News. I'm Jay Garrick. The snack time headlines. The 2 American citizens who won a 3-day trip to Moscow in a vodka competition have been seized by KGB psychiatrists and placed under house arrest. The competition was one of those where you have to guess the identities of 6 TV personalities from pictures of their teeth. The Soviet news agency TASS claims that Jonathan and Martha Hopper are secretly United States intelligence agents who have gone to Russia to plot the overthrow of Eastern Europe. Mr. Hopper, a 73-year-old retired duck breeder from Sagebrush, Colorado, is not known for his previous affiliations to the CIA. And now the rest of the news. Doris Cronkite, the woman who secured a lock of Frank Sinatra's hair in 1958, has today sold it back to him for an undisclosed sum. Let's hear it, Chip.
Да, просто jedzie теперь. Мострово jedzie, Мостраков, Острово jedzie, Настрово jedzie.
Да, очень приятный, но вы совсем очень модный и элегантный.
Острово jedzie. Мостро настреле, Мостро силье быстро, кощена быстро jedzie.
Нет, один маленький волосок.
Острово кощеный быстро.
Охра, нет, товарищ.
Добре. Мострово jedzie. I am Commissar Solzhenitsyn. No relation. Now, I may tell you, Mr. and Mrs. Hopper, that your government has admitted your shabby connections with the CIA and has handed you over to the KGB for such treatment as we might consider appropriate.
You tell you what it says in the papers?
No. You have seen the newspapers?
Yep.
They ordered continental breakfast.
Continental breakfast?
Juice, coffee, rolls, and choice of jams with the morning papers.
Idiotic. In future, no maximum security prisoners will be allowed newspapers.
No, Commissar.
And a choice of jams only upon confession. So, now, your complicity with American intelligence is well known to us, Mr. and Mrs. Hopper. Or should I say, Mar and Pop. And what is more, we have proof. Here we caught you lurking about, waiting for a contact to pass on compromising microfilm. And here we caught you secretly discussing your next move, not 300 yards away from the State Opera House. Notice, by the way, the beautiful Gothic architecture on this building. And here, your guilt proven, you opt for total concealment amongst the crowds in Red Square. Notice here the flower beds, planted by hand every spring, blossoming in the summer into a riot of color and fragrance in the very heart of the city. We need to go on.
We don't know what you're talking about.
No. My patience is wearing very thin. Admit that you are working for American intelligence and you will save yourself much trouble.
I don't. We won the holiday to watch the competition.
I have plenty of time, Mr. Hopper. You are only making it harder for everyone. Is this man with you?
I thought he was here upon your orders, Commissar.
Are you mad?
Begging your pardon.
What is it?
I asked for the fiddle player. It's our wedding anniversary today.
You ignorant old fool! And you, get out of here! And shut up that now! Out! Now! Whatever will you admit? Oh, stop it! We'll come back again tomorrow.
Mr. Leinsdorf, the American ambassador. Comrade.
Come in, sit down. I am Comrade Dubienkin, Soviet Premier.
Yes.
This is the first time we have met, is it not?
No, we've met on 278 previous occasions. I expect you can guess.
Russia is a great country.
Yes. Yes, sir.
A very great country. Food riots, what are they? Meat shortages, never heard of them.
Right. Actually,
Just because I have a dead dog in my fridge proves nothing.
You're refused.
Why shouldn't I have a dead dog in my fridge if I want to?
It's a free country, sir.
Yes, Russia is a great country and a happy country. I have here letter from man saying he likes living in Russia.
Dear comrade, I like living in Russia. Signed, Dmitry Leonidovich. Yes, sir. A glowing testimonial.
Here is sworn affidavit from 2 witnesses proving letter is genuine. I can get you 10, maybe 12 people in here who will personally testify letter was not signed at gunpoint.
That won't be necessary, sir.
Good. But you have urgent matter you wish to discuss.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
I will make us a drink.
You're very kind, sir. The point is, I've been asked to tell you that the president views with the gravest concern, sir, the seizing of this American couple, Mr. and Mrs. Hopper. They're involved in any subversive activity. I must therefore demand, sir, that you release them immediately.
Yes. Russia is a great country. Oh, I am Comrade Dubinkin, by the way, Soviet premier. It's the first time we have met.
And with President Cyclops apparently refusing to adopt a firm line with the Russians, we ask, has the White House turned yellow?
Yeah, shut it off, Deacon. Shut it off! This goddamn Hopper affair. Now they're actually calling me a coward, Deacon.
Coward! How can they say such a thing, sir, of a man who once wrestled a live alligator with his bare hands?
Damn right. How can... I did.
Your third Tarzan picture for RKO.
Oh, yeah.
Tarzan and the Snake Woman.
Sure. Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to Loretta.
Mr. President, sir, have you finished that CIA in Saudi Arabia yet?
Well, damn it, Deacon, the thing's more than 2 inches thick.
Why don't you just read the conclusions on the last page?
Well, I didn't want to spoil the ending.
Basically, there are 3 ways we can restore influence in the Middle East. Alternative 1, a surprise attack on Saudi Arabia. This would involve 10 commando divisions sneaking in the back way while everyone else was facing Mecca. Alternative 2, in addition to your secret missile launches in Egypt, the risk of discovery is the problem here. People have already started noticing there are more pyramids than there used to be. Alternative 3 is, in my opinion, the wisest course. We use all our resources to help the new Shah of Iran regain his brother's throne.
The Shah? But his brother is a murderer.
Nonsense. Would you call Dillinger a murderer?
Well, yes.
Well, the fact remains he's the only ally in the Gulf we can rely upon.
Dillinger?
The Shah! Even at this moment, thousands of insurgents loyal to Rasim are waiting to move in, overthrow the arch mullah, and restore Western culture. All we need to do is to offer them a little covert assistance.
But isn't that the sort of thing we condemn the Russians for doing in El Salvador?
If the Lord had meant us to be consistent, he would never have given us Milton Friedman.
Hey, Deacon.
Sir.
Don't you think the Easter decorations are a little severe?
A mere icon, sir. Essential if we're to snatch the Catholic vote from Hennessy. Besides, it creates jobs for the students during their vacation. Now, the French ambassador, I spoke to him today. He tells me Shah Rasim has been formally ordered to leave Calais midday tomorrow.
Well, he's not coming here. Deacon, remember my integrity.
I remember it well, Mr. President.
This guy is one hot potato. Why, where are you going to find a country damn fool enough to welcome the brother of a mass murderer?
The conservative government in Britain didn't hesitate, sir. They're willing to grant him asylum for as long as they're in power.
Well, that's terrific. How long is that?
About 7.5 days, sir. They hold their general election next Thursday. Ample time for us secretly to smuggle the Shah back here, lay plans for his counter-revolution in Iran later this year, just in time to boost your reputation for our election in the fall.
That's great. And if anything goes wrong...
I wouldn't be at all surprised, Mr. President.
WBC Worldwide News, coast to coast, bringing you all the news. It's news this Wednesday midnight from WBC Late Line News. I'm Jay Garrick. Have a cookie. The Late Late Headline. It has been announced that Shaw Racine of Iran will be officially deported from France in about half an hour's time and has already been offered asylum in Britain by the Conservative government. The Secretary of State for the Environment stressed there would be no preferential treatment. The Shaw would be housed in standard council accommodation, probably somewhere on the south coast of England. In accordance with French regulations, Racine will be formally seen off by the country's Foreign Minister, André Moreau, a man not noted for his subtle approach to diplomatic protocol. Only a few weeks ago, he greeted a delegation of New Zealand lamb exporters by dropping his pants to be kissed on both cheeks. On a recent visit to the United Kingdom, he is believed to have smacked the Archbishop of Canterbury round the face with a wet herring as a protest over European fishing rights. We'll be bringing you live coverage of that deportation ceremony just as soon as the Shah of Iran reaches Calais. That's right here on WBC after the break.
Left. Left. No, left. Left again. And, do you think that the blindfold is,
I am wearing it now in light of
Inside, you're right. I was just wondering if you really needed it at the moment.
I am not worthy to look upon your holy countenance, Master. For so it is written in the ancient scriptures, O Lion of the Gulf, that I am forbidden even to see your face.
Yes, I realize. Slow down. Look out! Look, bugger the scriptures. Just take it off.
But I would catch a glimpse of your divine visage in the mirror, O Star of the East, and would then have to gouge out my eyes with a toothpick.
I'm getting very queasy in the back here. Oh, God. I'll be glad when we get to England.
Take one of your travel sickness pills, O moon of the desert.
Where are they?
In the big suitcase, O last of the Mohicans.
Well, how am I supposed to... Last of the Mohicans? That was an old 1940s Western.
Was it?
With Randolph Scott and Bruce Cabot.
Oh, yes.
Shah Magic Racine. This way, please.
I will take the cases and load them onto the boat, O jewel of the cosmos.
Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs, représentants des journaux distingués. Good day, gentlemen of the world press. Also, His Eminence the Archmullah of Iran, if you are looking in. Comme vous voyez, as you see, aujourd'hui, nous sommes ici pour assister à une cérémonie de grosse humiliation. Welcome to this farewell ceremony. Has contravened the terms of his stay here and must leave. Cet homme ici est un cochon affreux qui me fait vomir. Here is the deportation order. Made out, as you see, to His Majesty the 8th Shah in big letters. And now, the cup of tea. Into which I place the jockey sugar cube. Solène, le voici. The floppy stick of asparagus. Nice and buttery. Ceci termine la cérémonie de grosse humiliation. Bon voyage. And good riddance.
Damn pig ignorant French.
Is
Star Spangle of the Heavens. Yes, let's get up to it. When I get back to power, they will pay for this.
There now. We see Monsieur Moreau giving the final farewell salute. And Shah Razim now boards the private launch which will ferry him across the channel to Britain.
The future of the Western Alliance depends on this man, Mr. President.
And I won't rest easy in my bed till we've got him over here in Washington.
Security, of course, is very tight here because there are many Arab terrorist organizations who would give anything to see this man Razim dead.
Jesus Christ! The boat's gone up! They've killed him, Deacon! This is goodbye to the whole operation!
On the contrary, Mr. President, this is where it all begins.